In this video, we're taking a look at the Amazon Paperwhite. And let me say right off the bat that I really think this is the best Kindle and the best e-ink ebook reader to date, because it incorporates a built-in light, and it's not a backlight, which would cause eye strain with a light shining in your eyes all the time. It's actually a front light, and yet it requires no external clip-on light or anything like that. It's just built in. So this is it here. As you can see, it's still very thin, and the size is roughly equivalent to the model that it replaced, which is the Kindle Touch, which I had previously, the Kindle Touch 3G. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite 3G, which also has Wi-Fi as well. They got rid of the home button, which used to be right here. There is still a power on-off switch, which is here. As you can see, that powers it off, or goes into the sleep mode, and then you press it again, and then you have to swipe like that to unlock it and get back to your home screen. All right, now let me go ahead and dim the lights and we can get a look at the light on the new Kindle Paperwhite. So this is it here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. If I click on this little light bulb, I can bring it up or down. That's full brightness. You can kind of see how that looks. Some people have complained that the bottom of the screen where the LEDs are is a little bit not even right there. And that is true, but for me it's sort of a minor complaint. And the only reason behind that is because the 4 LED lights are at the bottom. You know, Amazon did a pretty good job of being able to illuminate the whole screen with just those 4 lights on the bottom. And as you look at this screen, it is quite even, actually. There is a little bit of variance here where you can see the LEDs sort of shining up. But the LEDs are right under here and they shine up. So that's what you are looking at, that shadow. You know, I've seen some people really complain about that, but you really do get used to it. It doesn't really bother me in practice when I'm reading on this device. Again, I enjoy not having to install some kind of third-party light or have any kind of lamps on in the room. If you are in a dim room, like really dark, you can always bring this down. If I bring it all the way down, it turns it completely off, so then it's just like a Kindle without any light on it. And then I can always bring it up, halfway or something like that to sort of match your environment. So it does tend to work really well. And again, I think this really is the best Kindle to date, mainly because it has the light, which is something that I've been really looking forward to. I don't have to carry an external light or anything like that, so I really do like it quite a bit. The 3G version, of course, has free 3G almost anywhere where you can download books or access the Kindle store. But if you get the non-3G version, of course, it will have Wi-Fi, so you can still get online and access the Kindle store via Wi-Fi. It's got the touch screen, so as you've seen, I've been swiping to go back and forth. Touchscreen works really well. It's an improvement over the Kindle Touch, the prior model. And now the touchscreen is capacitive, which means that it doesn't rely on beaming, some kind of a signal or whatever on the sides, which the prior model did. So they were actually able to make it a lot thinner, and the bezel between the screen and the case is much thinner and nicer. I'd have to say that it's a worthy upgrade. So the home button now is here on the top left, and you have a row of icons here. So like, let's say you're in a book or content or whatever. In order to get to the menu, you always have to tap on the top like that, and then you can get back to your home button by pressing that icon there. The brightness is here via this icon, and as you can see, if I go like that, hopefully you can see the screen is dimming a little bit. Again, I will show this to you in the dark a little bit later in this video. But it does work quite effectively. I'm pretty surprised at how even of a screen coverage they were able to get with the LED lights on this. And again, it's not a backlight. The LED lights are actually on the bottom here. There's 4 of them. And it illuminates the screen very nicely and very evenly, which is really a plus. Definitely a joy to read on this, even in the dark, which I was not able to do before without some kind of external light. So that's really a plus. They've also made the screen a lot more sharp with better resolution, so text just really looks good on this. And if I go into some content, you can kind of course you're not really going to be able to see that in the video in terms of the quality, but I can show you the menu system. So the screen is basically divided into 3 areas. If you want to go forward, you would click sort of in this right area here. If you want to go back, you'd kind of click in this area here on the left, and if you want to bring up the menu system, you'd click on the top like that. So, for instance, if I want to go back a page, I just click like that. So it works both left and right-handed, on the touch screen, which is kind of nice. Bringing up the menu bar here, you can see a full assemblage of stuff that you can do. You can change the fonts here, and they've added some new fonts as well, which are very high quality. They've got a whole bunch of different sizes and line spacing and margins that you can choose from. You can go to the Amazon store by clicking the shopping cart icon there on your device. I'm not going to go through every single option here. I just wanted to give you a brief overview. Also, it has a new thing called airplane mode, so you don't have to go when you're at home or in your office and you don't want it to use your Wi-Fi and maybe drain the battery a little faster. You don't have to actually turn off Wi-Fi. You can just turn on airplane mode and it'll turn the Wi-Fi off. And then when you want to turn the Wi-Fi on, you can just turn airplane mode back off, and you'll be online. So that's a neat feature as well. As you can see here, if I go to the menu button, which is on the top right, you have Shop this Kindle Store, View Special Offers, which is only available on the special offer edition of the Kindle, which shows ads on the screensaver and down here, but not in any of your content, which is really nice. Some of the ads are actually pretty targeted too, which can be useful. Sometimes the ads are for things that you can actually use on Amazon or in your area, so that's an aside, which is kind of nice. If you decide you don't want the ad version, I believe you can pay Amazon an upgrade charge to remove all ads. So even if you buy the ad version, you can always upgrade later. But anyway, you've got cover view here, which cover view is also new on this OS, on this one, and as you can see, it shows you icons of your books in a cover view mode. Then if I go back to the screen, to the menu here, I can go list view again. So it's your preference in terms of how you want to display that content on your device. Then you've got create a new collection, sync and check for items, and settings, and the experimental browser. So it has an experimental web browser that you can use. If I go into settings, you can see all the different settings. Here's the airplane mode I was talking about, and then you've got your Wi-Fi networks, registration for the device options, and the reading options. The case of this is black, so it does tend to show some fingerprints sometimes, but it is a nice case and doesn't really get in the way when you're reading, and you do get used to it. The back has sort of a slightly rubbery feel, so it feels real good in the hand. It's not slippery or anything, and it won't fall out. And as a plus, my old Kindle slipcase fits perfectly. The Kindle Paperwhite fits perfectly in there. It's roughly the same size, and then this can just zip right up. So I did not have to get a new case for the Paperwhite or anything like that. Real quickly here, let me show you the box that it comes in. This is the box that it comes in from Amazon. And as you can see here, it comes with a USB charge cable, but not an AC adapter. So you will have to buy that separately. And then it comes in this plastic, and then also a real simple, quick, easy start guide here. So Amazon frustration-free packaging, very simple and eco-friendly. So in conclusion, I really do have to say that the Kindle Paperwhite is a worthy upgrade to prior versions of the Kindle, and it really is the best e-ink e-reader out there. I really have appreciated the e-ink for many years on the Kindles. It's just really great to read on. It does not give you any eye strain or anything like that, and it really does simulate paper quite well. So this model Kindle really does expand upon that by eliminating the need for any kind of external light source when you're reading in the dark. Yet, unlike a backlit LCD screen, this one is very comfortable to read, does not give you any eye strain or anything because you don't have a backlit screen, shining in your eyes all the time. It's actually a front-lit light. The battery life on it is quite good, and all in all, I really like it a lot. So again, this has been my look of the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them.